about turning everything on.
Well, you probably just jinxed it.
Well, that's what I was like. I
Yeah.
walked over and I was like, all right, I'm feeling pretty solid. Like, okay, this seemed like simple. And I'm
Yeah.
like, now something's going to crash.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay. Whatever. It's all for fun. I'm
serious.
you know, how you're talking about having Christmas songs just like
Blaring.
in your head often. I have a local commercial jingle just fucking.
NBC4.
No, it was actually Kitchen Solvers.
Kitchens,
Love your kitchen. Kitchen solvers.
I get it. Yeah, that was pretty
Love
good.
it. But I do love a good jingle.
Oh, well, I mean, they're designed to be earworms. That's their job.
They are. Yeah, Columbus has a lot.
I think big cities do.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
people, I never got jokes about them, but people would comment on New York City's like iconic
really?
ones where there was
Okay.
a mattress guy
Yeah.
or a kitchen one. And they're like, oh, the jingle. you know?
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
And it's important for a lot of people's development. Like it's like if you're from that community, it's like, oh, do you remember the kitchen solvers?
grew up with the- yeah,
It was
absolutely.
like it was in the background of everything all the time.
yeah.
And
It's extremely communal. It's something that brings everybody together.
you know what? I wonder. So I don't really engage with YouTube a ton,
Right.
but there's local ads on YouTube.
Are there?
I believe so.
Probably just similar. At this point, I would imagine if you have a company, you send it to the television stations, and you do send it to.
You do ads, paid
Yeah,
stuff
paid
on
ads on,
YouTube.
yeah,
And this is
YouTube.
like, we're the only people in the world who are probably having this conversation where it's like, well, how does YouTube work? I don't even know. Because it's the most viewed shit in
Yeah.
the entire universe.
Yeah. It would make sense to have a local ad on.
But I wonder, because of like paid subscriptions and ad-free tiers on things,
Yeah.
if sort of the communal jingle understanding will go away.
Oh.
Because
Unless it
you're-
just becomes I don't know. I was
Yeah.
like, does the community just get larger? Now your community is just viewership of people. But I guess, well, it'd be targeted.
For
so
sure.
it'd be people in the area.
But you're only going to see
So-
ads if it's a free tier. So then it would be like,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes.
the only people who would even be exposed to it are going to be people who can't afford ad-free versions of things. So
Yeah.
then it almost becomes like there will be a version of the future where the only community familiar with the jingles.
Yeah. Kind of a
poorer.
socioeconomic class.
Exactly. And then that's like a common thread. If you know these jingles,
Yeah.
it's a class thing. Yeah.
Yeah, whereas local television, local news primarily, really spreads across the socioeconomic spectrum.
Definitely. Yeah. 'Cause
Historically speaking, at least.
Totally. And I think, even high net worth people, obviously they're reading the Wall Street Journal and like a lot of like financial news or national
You're
news.
paying for those.
You're paying for those.
subscriptions,
But
yeah.
they're also like, every wealthy person I know watches local news too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Huh? I don't know. We got to keep. I mean, we have old people cable. So.
It's like, so in Cuba, there's a concern that the youth don't dance anymore.
Okay.
And that traditional Cuban dance will disappear.
Right.
Especially after what's happening now.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a revolution, and then Cuba's basically going to open up to the Western world,
Right.
and they're going to get modernized.
Right.
So you're going to lose they've
Oh,
had
yeah.
the same car since the 1950s
Right,
or whatever.
right.
And the style of dress, there's a very Cuban style that people
Yeah.
idolize. So, but that cultural identity will basically disappear, and so there's a concern about that.
Yeah, unless people instill in their children how important it is
But
to
it's like-
maintain. But
It's
yeah.
like Native American culture,
Yeah.
and it's like an oral tradition that gets passed
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Anyway, the local jingle,
jingles.
the local jingle will disappear.
Yeah, it might.
It'll be a footnote in a history text like, people used to often hum the jingles that represented their local car dealerships.
Do you think this started in like the 40s, 30s?
Well-
I mean, I feel like radio had them. It wasn't television to begin with.
You're right, because
radio
I was
had
going to
it.
go TV when would have been the first
But
TV
no, I think
commercials,
the
but
jingle,
you're right.
the jingles really started with radio.
Because that's how you caught people.
Exactly. So maybe even earlier. Maybe even like the early 1900s. I don't know, when did advertising become part of the radio world? When did the radio happen? When did you start advertising? When did the jingle come out of
I
that?
bet somewhere around 1920.
Yeah, that feels
I feel like post World War One.
one. Yeah.
Because there would have been radio broadcasts bringing you updates,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then there would have, it's sort of, I think about early broadcasts where the novellas,
Right.
you know, but also Superman was like a radio thing, and
Yeah.
they were doing ads on that,
Yeah.
and that would have been allegories for like anti-KKK stuff and Hitler stuff, and so it was definitely prior to World War II.
Two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. History of the jingle. Another great thing for that damn show explained.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be fun. They need to bring it back.
It was good.
Maybe we'll just send them a list.
We've talked about Acquired
Yeah.
many times, but
Yeah.
I think there was a new one that dropped. Vanguard.
Vanguard dropped,
Yeah.
yes, but that actually makes me think. I was listening to because Acquired did a big episode on NVIDIA,
Right.
but Jensen Wong was just on How I Built This, and I'm almost done listening to that. And he had a couple of interesting points that I just wanted to bring up. The first was obviously the conversation of AI and it taking over jobs is so commonplace now. It's what
Yeah.
everyone's talking about. And one, I don't remember what this big document or report was, but it was the thing that like all the major tech industry people signed, like Bill Gates and Sam Altman, basically saying like AI could become an issue, could be detrimental to society, and Jensen Wong just refuses to sign it. And Guy Raz was like, well, why? And he's like, well, one, it's alarmist.
Right.
Why be
Why do that?
alarmist?
Yeah.
Why do that? He's like, two, also, it's kind of just a way for them to show how powerful
Right.
what they've all
We're creating
created.
this thing. I get
Exactly.
it,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, that's interesting. You're probably right. But then he was talking about how also kind of harking back to the alarmist nature of it. I think when the conversation really first started, they were saying, the number one job that will be rid of is like a radiologist.
Right.
And Wong was saying, okay, so
Looking at X-rays.
looking at X-rays,
Yeah.
yeah. But and so yes, at the end of the day, it does take away a lot of the work involved in that. But they were also able then, hospitals are able to do so many more scans, have more patients and help more patients, do more things. So actually everybody's benefiting. But you've told the world that radiology is done.
Right.
So now students who were maybe considering a radiology path are like, well, never mind, I'm going to pivot to something else, or I'm not going to go into the medical field at all. And now you have, not as many radiologists
Yeah.
to then still, because you still do need the radiologists. There is still enough of a human element, and we're actually lacking now
Right.
with those types of doctors. And he's like, so we have done harm, but it isn't the harm that we thought
It's
was going to happen.
the crisis-
the humans have created the human crisis.
Like there's a crisis in trucking.
Oh yeah,
And this is
same reason.
This is
Yeah.
exactly why, is that they are like begging for people to become truck drivers.
But everyone's saying, well, trucking's going to be
Train's
gone.
going to be gone, so
no one's
why,
going to be
why would
driving.
I even get into it now? But if you wanted to go into trucking right now, you could make bank.
Right?
Yeah. And there's still
Exactly.
going to be the need for skill, because even fully autonomous, there's going to be a period of time, probably longer than we expect, where you're going to need oversight of people.
Right.
And the people who are going to get those jobs are the ones who have the experience
Because they know it.
driving trucks.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're
Exactly.
a skilled driver, then you might manage a fleet.
Right.
But when one has an obstacle or a thing it can't get around or do, you're going to have to zoom in, in
Yeah.
the cockpit and manually override and
Exactly.
do whatever it is. And you're going
Exactly.
to need people who are capable of doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
But no one's saying that.
I know.
No
Well,
one's mentioning that.
this happens all the time.
Everyone
Yeah.
wants to be fucking alarmist.
Yeah. People just want to put it as like, binary as possible,
Right.
which nothing in life is at all.
Yeah.
There's not like a single thing, So there's always shades of gray for everything.
I think that's actually because Wong was saying that it's such a Western conversation that's happening about AI right now, this alarmist nature, and Guy was like, it's basically cut and dry. It's either this or that.
Yeah.
And Wong was like, yeah, and who's not talking like that? China.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
They're like, whether or not they're really seeing the nuances, they're just not buying into this conversation.
They're just going full bore. But also,
Yeah.
the big thing is like, they can also tell their people to just do a different job.
Yeah.
You got it?
I have to fix my microphone. It's like pulling down my shirt. Continue talking.
I recommend maybe putting it sideways.
We'll try.
Does that feel better?
I think it feels good.
Yeah.
It was honestly just pulling my shirt down.
Yeah.
I was about to have a moment.
Yeah. No, they are still, still getting used to the wireless mics
Yeah.
in general. But it's so much easier.
So much easier.
I can lounge a little bit.
Yeah.
I can like move around. It's like when I went wireless with the tattoo machine.
Just free for all.
All of a sudden I'm just doing weird positions,
Totally.
tattooing around my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a fun appointment today.
You talking about the big gay giraffe?
I'm talking about the big gay giraffe.
Yeah. He was not quite as tall. So I had a client reach out and he was like, I want this giraffe and I'm, a gay man and I want to have like sort of a pride flag wrapped around it. And we sort of went back and forth. He's like, by the way, I'm very tall, but he's only 6'5".
I mean, we're short, so that's
We're
pretty
short.
darn tall.
Yeah. He said something funny to me though. Like I was riffing with him and I mentioned my friend Steve, the tattoo giant,
Yeah.
and how tall he is, who's like 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
And I was like, Chris was my client's name today. I'm like, Chris, you may notice that I'm not very tall. And he's like, I have like color blindness when it comes to height because my whole life, most people have been shorter.
Right,
He's
right.
like, so I
don't know how tall you are because you're
He's
shorter
like,
than I am.
It's not even relevant to me
Yeah,
at all. I'm
yeah.
like, well, I'm very short, but I'm not very short, but
We went to a wedding on Friday, and
there were a lot of tall
a
people.
lot of tall people. Yeah.
It was a fun wedding.
It was a fun wedding, but it was a moment where we're like, there are a lot of tall people, and I don't know why there were
Just
so
their
many.
friend group, and like, I mean, there were a decent amount of people there.
Yeah.
75.
But I remember talking to a girl who was,
Very tall.
6'3"
Very
maybe. To the point where like I could feel my neck.
She looked like
was,
a professional volleyball
kind
player.
of crane.
Yeah.
Like my neck, I was craning my neck, and I could feel the tension because I was having
Yeah.
to hold it so much.
When it's funny because I went on a bachelor trip with her fiance, and he's tall.
She's taller than he
She's
is.
taller. Yeah, because I remember like, wait, he's like tall. Like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
She's really tall. But it reminded me of seeing the Columbus volleyball team, the Fury,
Yeah.
play, and I was like, these girls are tall.
They're tall. That I feel like that people always learn that about volleyball players at
Yeah.
some point in life that they, basketball players are tall, but you don't always think of volleyball players except for the setter or the.
I don't know the actual
What's the girl's
position
what the
name,
position
but it's
is.
the one who is setting, so
Yeah.
maybe the setter.
And she's tiny.
She's tiny.
Yeah.
And in the lineup of the girls, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same with men's, but I would imagine
Yeah.
something like that.
Now we'll find out. We'll get into it.
Yeah, we need to go back to a match.
It was really fun.
For
I would
sure.
definitely go back.
Me too.
If you're in Columbus, it's fun and affordable. Highly recommend.
Yeah. How was your day? Otherwise,
My day was solid. Well, it felt like the first normal day
In a while.
minute,
Yeah.
where we're back on routine because even though all last week
it was
felt
pretty
off
routine.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, last week was routine.
I don't remember
I think
last week.
I just felt slightly off, and then
Yeah.
no, we had something every single night last week.
You're right. Yeah.
There was not-
last week was not routine.
No, not at all. There was not a single
I
night.
think I probably just blacked it all out.
Well,
I was
yeah.
like, well, we got through it. Don't need to think
Yeah,
about
we
it
had-
anymore.
Yeah, we had a wedding and a badass garage show, and then a retirement dinner last night.
Yeah.
Just bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. All of which, though, really we didn't have to exert too much effort or energy. I mean, the show was really fun, but it was just like a cool show.
I went hard at the show.
Yeah, but it wasn't anything weird.
Yeah.
Because playing in a motorcycle garage isn't that weird.
Well, elaborate how. Yeah, so it's a garage, like someone's actual garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He works on motorcycles and set up a show in it.
For people listening, you have to build the
I
scene.
understand. I feel like playing in a motorcycle garage was pretty much building the scene.
Okay. Well, the house is interesting.
I don't even know how to describe it, so I'm not going to try to.
Well, basically the house fit like a Lego piece around this garage.
Yeah.
And there was like a kitchen and a spiral staircase to what is the bedroom, then a patio over top of the garage. The garage was really the feature of the house, was this huge 2-story garage.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that was fascinating, and yeah, it was a great turnout of just like, it felt like you you said Daytonians.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt like just like a lot of black sleeveless shirts and tattoos, but everyone was so nice and so sweet. I think because everyone was old.
Well, I was gonna say it was just whereas before it would be a group of early 20 somethings and everyone's I don't know just into motorcycles and rock and roll and sloppier, and it's like no, now everybody has like very professional jobs, but is still into rock and roll and motorcycles and tattoos. But like provides the pizza and makes sure everybody like has a drink and is happy and is good. It
was a great time.
It's a really fun show. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
One of the better sounding shows we played. They had
Absolutely.
a really great PA and a setup, and they were trying.
And we were told that it sounded really great.
Yeah.
It's like we play all these, professional venues, and then we go play in a garage, and people are like, "Fuck yeah, it sounded amazing."
So many shows where I can't hear myself, or things are just like muddy, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
Maybe it's just too much at venues.
Yeah.
Too many things are mic'd. Too much is going on. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, but whatever. Had a great time.
It was good.
Had a really good time.
Well, how was your day?
It was good. It was pretty normal. Also, I am so fucking close with this tour. I am like wrapping up a couple little loose ends.
Yeah. But all the shows are confirmed.
They are, but it's like the venue says, "Yep, we're good to go," and then they don't respond to anything else. And so I'm like, "Okay, are we 100% good to go?" So it's until I have those moments where it's basically until I have the contract in hand, or the equivalent, that I'm like, "Is it actually happening?" But at this point, I'm like, "We're just going to start making flyers and sending them, even just digitally." And like, you said we were good to go, and we did all the legwork, so here you fucking go.
Yeah, I think we start doing that this week.
Yeah, me too. So,
I like our flyer.
Me too. I know. So I think it's going to be. I'm really excited to stop talking about booking the tour, but start talking about preparing for the tour. Start talking about being on tour.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it.
We're gonna try and pod on the road.
We
probably should.
Can.
Yeah.
Wireless.
I know, it makes it so easy. Yeah.
I know. So that was today was just kind of a normal day of all my computer work and making a few sales, and it's like 90 degrees out all of a sudden.
It's crazy. Yeah, it went from like kind of still winter to just summer, which it's Ohio. So.
Yeah, which I didn't realize that I think 92 was the record for this day back in like 1962.
Mm-hmm.
So, just extremes.
That's how we live our life.
I think so.
Yeah. I
think so. But I also had two moments today where I'm just so I don't know if I'm realizing for the first time or if it's actually just happening more, but just the concept of a paradigm shift.
Yeah.
And I think it's between the construction that's happening on Gay Street and everybody being so fucking obsessed with
the parking
situation.
It's the only thing people can talk about.
Yeah.
I've not heard a single person other than you and I mention that there might be a positive happening at all.
Yeah. And so this idea that like people are so set in their ways on this concept of parking, and you truly would have thought that they got rid of all of the parking in the entire city of Columbus.
I'd love to know a number, but it has to be like less than 50 spaces.
Yeah.
Can't imagine it was more.
50 out of how many
thousands. There's like a famous like graphic you can look at, but more than half of downtown is parking.
Yeah.
So it's like, and there's dramatically more parking than there is people. There's tons of available parking.
Yeah.
And most of it within 2 blocks of wherever you need to be.
Right. So that happened early this morning where just someone brought up the parking again to the point where I am like, I just don't even fucking care. I'm about to be like, go half a block away and fucking park. Like, it's making me angry. And then similarly, an artist came down to the store today to purchase some supplies that we always have because their supply that they ordered online wasn't going to be there in time. And I was like, don't order it online. Yeah. We have it 2 floors below where you work every day.
Well, we should couple, we want to throw this event sort of because Parlor Suites is coming up on 5 years.
5 fucking years,
which is crazy.
I know.
So very excited about that. But we should also put out another flyer seriously, guys, here's what we have at the store, item by item by item.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you were ordering
We should
any
make a
of
catalog.
if you were ordering any of these online,
Stop.
stop.
Yeah.
Come downstairs.
Yeah.
We are open 5
It
days
was
a
just
week.
it was just so funny. I like, and I'm sure I do this with so many things as well. Everybody does.
Of course.
But when you're so sort of blatantly presented with the option to change or just to shift or something.
I don't work one floor above the items I'm ordering online.
I know.
You know, like sometimes it'll be like I ordered paper towels or I ordered gloves, you know, or something, and it's delayed a day, and I'm like, shit, now I'm scrambling.
Yeah.
But I can't walk downstairs.
Doesn't matter. I was more so trying to think about the last time I really had a paradigm shift and what it was, and
Like you realize, like,
and then I realized, like, I'm going to shift the way I think about this thing, or I'm going to shift the way I operate based on my circumstances now, or based on the situation.
You have had a shift. Everyone else is thinking one way, and you're thinking a different way.
Well,
or you're just realizing everybody thinks a way, and you don't.
I think more than it. No, it has nothing to do with me versus them. It's just the idea of a paradigm shift, and I guess how difficult it is for anybody to have it. And then I was starting to think, when was the last time I had a major paradigm shift? I don't know, because I'm just thinking about it right now.
Yeah.
But just acknowledging that this shift can happen.
It can.
But so many people either don't realize that it can, or that they should.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, it's just funny.
I have them probably at least one a year.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm like, oh, like everybody thinks you're supposed to be doing it this way.
Yeah.
But you don't have to.
Right.
Actually, you can just do stuff, which people like to say that now, especially like with AI. I think people are like, you can just do stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually like ChatGPT's like slogan now or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
oh, boy.
you can just do things.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's always been like, whether it was like making art or playing music or working on whatever it is, or even my living situations,
right,
or like weird shit I've done, when it's like everyone's like, well, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I'll just sleep in my van.
Right.
And people are like, but you don't what? You know, we're over and over opening parlor suites, remember everyone was like, how will your studio work?
Right.
You're not on the ground floor. You don't have walk-in traffic. You don't have a thing. And I'm like, I bet that people will think this is cooler.
Yeah.
And every single person did. But when I was trying to do it, not a single person other than you said it would work.
Right.
And still to this day, I mean, I think, like, I love my mom so much, but anytime I say I'm about to do something, she's just like utterly baffled.
Yeah.
She's just so confused.
Yeah.
Like, so what? Yeah, I mean, with Parlor Suites trying to open the other location, people were just like, well, how are you going to get people? You don't have anyone signed up.
Right.
And I was like, no one's going to sign up till we have the space.
Right.
I know their mentality.
Yeah.
You know, but people were so reluctant, and no one believes it ever. And every time it's like, I have to force everyone else to shift their thinking.
Maybe one of my biggest ones was not living on campus in college.
That's a crazy one, because people are like, how are you even doing that?
And I went to a normal university that had normal student housing. Granted, it was in my hometown.
I think if we looked up what paradigm shift actually means, none of this is actually probably the actual definition.
I
of
know,
what a
but
paradigm
it's
shift is.
close enough, whatever.
It's like the song Ironic, when everyone's like,
none of those things are
actually
ironic. Yeah. I don't know. But just, I don't know. Maybe maybe I miss.
Because I don't know if you've mentioned it before, but yeah, your freshman year, you were supposed to live on campus.
No. Well, I never wanted to live on campus.
I know you never wanted to, but doesn't college typically require freshmen to live on campus?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But you were like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, no, I was going to live at home.
Right.
And so it was never an issue. And then my second semester, I moved it. My parents bought a cheap house that was just on the other side of campus.
It was a great opportunity.
Living there. We didn't think that was going to be an issue. And then, beginning of my sophomore year, I got a letter from the college saying that I wasn't. I think freshmen and sophomores aren't allowed to live off campus if it's not with a guardian or something, which is fucking stupid because you're an adult.
Well, there's most colleges, and it's a money grab.
It's a money grab, exactly. Yeah. But they were like, you will be on academic probation if you don't change, and so we had to write this insane letter explaining who not even who we are, just that we're locals and
Yeah.
we support the community. Blah blah blah. It was stupid, but I got to stay in my house, so that was cool.
Yeah.
It was great.
No, I think, and it was an amazing house. That's
Yeah.
where we first hung out at.
Totally. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all I was thinking.
Paradigm shifts.
Just opening your mind, changing your mind,
I think I'm
being
at,
willing to try.
well, and you and I both have lived an almost alternative lifestyle. The big thing is like we're constantly just like bemused by people who can't see the other side of things.
And I wonder how much of that is just the way, especially Western society, American society, is structured sort of from day one. When you think about just like growing up and the sort of paths that most people take.
I mean, all cultures, you would never question a supreme leader.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where you're at culturally. If you have gods that you worship and you're in a tribe,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. There's rituals. Because safety is in routine.
Yeah.
Safety is in following the herd, and
Yeah.
we've evolved for that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you're going to do what the group is doing. If a bunch of people are running in one direction, you're just going
Yeah.
to start running.
Right.
Because
Right.
that's safety. There's been a ton of experiments about this, but if one one person looks up,
Everybody else will look up.
no. It's
Oh.
if one person looks up, you're only like 10% likely to look up.
Okay.
But if 3 or more people look up, you're like
Gotta
99.9%
look up. Yeah.
willing to look up. So like we are trained.
Fascinating,
I'm
yeah.
trying to remember what book that was in. It was one of them, a psychology book I was reading.
Yeah.
But there's so many like biases that we have.
Yeah.
We're pattern forming. That's safety. But yeah, and
All pretty much rooted
What are-
in self-preservation, safety, et
an
cetera.
actual paradigm shift that is happening now that I see is the renting versus owning. And there's a cultural shift happening, and mainly
Yeah.
because part of it is housing's expensive.
Affordability, yeah.
Affordability is a huge part of it. But I don't remember when I was young, not a single person, and yes, affordability is out of control. I cannot recall a single person fighting for the idea that maybe renting is a better option depending on your situation. I've never, until I was like 38, I never heard a
Yeah.
single person say that until like
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yep.
And now there's an argument to be had, and a lot of people are like, actually,
Yeah.
renting, but the idea of home ownership, that's part of the American dream, right?
Yeah.
That's part of we own our home.
Yeah.
Even though people don't really own their home, if the bank owns it, but,
Right.
and you never really own the land, and your property taxes always increase, so you don't actually have control over that.
Another one sort of kind of in tandem with that is, just careers and how so many people have moved towards more of a gig economy.
Right. Having
or
3 or-
short, having a few jobs at a time and or doing short stints at different jobs in different industries.
Right.
No one's, and I don't know. I'm not in the real
You
corporate
don't,
world.
you
but
don't
this
work
idea of
50 years like Grandpappy
exactly,
at one career.
exactly, and then retiring and
Yeah.
then moving. It's like that has shifted so much too, and I don't really know why, because I feel like the jobs, the careers that you can climb that ladder, they're still there.
Totally,
Is there just-
people are really encouraged now to jump companies for more compensation.
Yeah.
So
So it's still just a money thing.
there's an entire industry around headhunting,
Yeah.
right? And we know a ton of people who are like
Recruiters. And yeah, I mean that's a huge job
It's
right
a
now.
huge industry, and it's all around like poaching people from one company and having them walk across the street to another one for
Yeah.
a 50-cent raise, and
Yeah.
it's weird, because if I ran a company like that, I would prize loyalty more than anything.
You would think so, yeah.
And if someone came to me and they were like, hey, I'm thinking about leaving, this other company's offering more money, then I would just be like, go.
Yeah.
The fact that you're looking around means that I don't want you here.
Yeah.
Because I want to create an environment that's so good that you would have come to me first.
Yeah.
If you
To
wanted
ask.
to ask for a raise.
Yeah.
If you think you have to come to me with someone else's offer, fuck you. You're dead to me. I wouldn't want someone who I knew was actively shopping around.
Do you think that's because it's just
But companies get so big that you can't.
right, right. But I do feel like there was an age where asking for a raise was a huge part of your job,
And I think
and now.
it still is. Like people,
But do you think a lot of people are instead of just going straight to your boss or to whomever and asking for the raise, they are looking for other opportunities and then presenting that as the way to ask?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people have been doing that forever.
Forever, of course. I'm just like, yeah, if I had some sort of corporate entity, I would just be like, what I want is people who want to work here. But I would also try and create an environment where it was like
and some
dynamic.
people don't do that.
Yeah, where it's dynamic and you're exciting and, like where the team wants to be there anyway. Like
Not just with ping pong tables.
not just with ping pong tables, yes.
That's the dumbest shit when you have like recreational activities in the workplace. Like, go take a walk if you need
You're
to
gonna
get
have
out.
scooters and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Which I like amenities, but I would like, I really like, there's a shop in town called Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
I think technically I would still call them a tattoo shop because they are like one umbrella. But, the owner has really like, he's created this like workout area and like into like wellness. And I'm like, that's cool.
It's awesome.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Things that people would want to use. It's not just like pure recreation. It's like, okay, well, you can like work on these other things or in between appointments you could do, whatever. So something I'd really love to offer down the road.
A gym.
A gym. Gyms, showers, lockers, something like that.
Yeah.
Like a thing that's included,
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Charge, we up the rent by $10, but if you're there, you get these amenities or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
That'd be
why? I've joked about it a lot recently, but I'm like, I want artists to never want to leave.
Right.
To leave the premises.
Right.
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 Like, this is better than my apartment. Yeah.
So you're starting a cult.
No.
Yeah, I see the eyes. Yeah.
If you're listening on audio only.
Give me some eyes.
I gave it some eyes, yeah.
Yeah. Did you learn anything today?
Well, you're reading and I'm listening to the Susie Wolf book.
Susie Wolf.
Which she's
so
awesome.
Fucking cool.
Yeah. So if people are not F1 fans, who's Susie Wolf?
She's married to the Mercedes team principal, Toto Wolf.
But who is Susie
But
Wolf?
Susie, well, that's what I was getting at. I would say most people would be more familiar with Toto and Mercedes in the F1 world. But Susie is a race car driver herself.
Oh, yeah.
A total badass.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I haven't gotten to the part in the book, but now she leads the F1 Academy, which is this whole women-focused race car driving thing.
Yeah.
She's just total badass.
Yeah.
It's the number one word I can associate with her.
She's a total badass.
But yeah, she came out with this book recently, and it's a memoir. It's her life story, and a ton of stuff I did not know about her. I knew she was always involved in the racing world, but I didn't realize how much she herself actually raced and was at the absolute forefront of women in the racing world.
The highest level you can get in the racing world. There's nothing higher. So, yeah, no, we were talking this morning on our walk or run, or what did we do this morning? Run? No, we were walking back. But I'm just like, I got to get Susie Wolf trading cards. I want to try and hunt down like a rookie season Susie Wolf, like DTM
so I've never
or
really
something.
understood the trading card world. Why is there so much value in them?
It's like vinyl records. Do you understand how vinyl records work? As far as like
just rarity of them?
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay.
And especially like, remember I kick myself all the time because I had that opportunity to get that Verstappen card for like $90.
Yeah.
And it was the season that he went on to win the world championship. But if you had that card for $90, it's now worth like $300 or $400.
Yeah.
But in, another decade, especially like, okay, then it was, but then he goes on to win 3 world championships.
Yeah.
So you have the card before he wins the championship.
Right.
And there's only, 900 of them made or something. So it's limited quantity. That's all it is. It's exactly like the vinyl records. Limited quantity. And
it's just funny because vinyl, at least, it plays music.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people like to look at them. And
I guess it's
a collector's thing.
It's just a collector's
thing. It's like
thing.
collecting watches or coins, or they're all the same. It's all the exact same mentality. Is that there's limited quantity, And the more famous the athlete gets,
Yeah.
or Pokemon, the
The
more
more
rare it
value.
is, or Magic Card, or it's all the same sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a funny thing. I guess collections are just funny in general.
People love to collect things.
Yeah. I don't think I had the map that you had put when they started making
the quarters.
the state quarters. I had the map and I think I filled it, but I was never really a collector of anything. I wasn't like seeking out things or had a thing that was my go-to. I don't know. Did you?
Ninja Turtles,
Ninja Turtles.
which I donated, but
Yeah. I guess maybe I wouldn't even say I did it with Breyer horses because I got a ton of my mom's Breyer horses,
Right.
and then I would like maybe get one for a birthday.
we
but
still have those, right?
we still have them.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
good,
don't
good.
worry.
Are they just under our bed?
Yes.
Just
70 horses or
there's just
something.
70
are just
horses under our
underneath the bed.
One day we'll have
Also valuable.
your horse room.
Yeah.
And we'll have all your ribbons and
Oh, I
trophies
can't
and all your
wait.
ponies and yeah.
I've never won a trophy from
Yeah.
a show.
Yeah.
I know, yet. Tons of ribbons, but I never, because
Well, you get some bowls.
that's true. I have some bowls and some pictures and some things like that.
Yeah.
But no, I think the years when I was in like junior high and high school and stuff, there was an end of the year banquet for the circuit that I did, and I came in third like every year because there were these two fucking girls
You've told me about
who had
these.
these insanely nice horses, and they were terrible riders, but the horse were around extremely lovely, and they always got first and
Yeah.
second, and I always came in third, and I'm on this like, in the most loving way, dumpy little lesson horse, and fucking crushing it.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, first and second got trophies or platters or something, and got a big old yellow ribbon for third.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get pretty hot and heavy on guitars and just collecting.
Yeah.
One of. I'm like Pokemon. I want to have one of every guitar.
Got to catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
I mean, we've talked about this a million times. So I'm down.
Oh, I'm
'Cause
totally down.
I get to enjoy them as well.
Well, I know that's like the best part of it is we both get to have fun with them. So.
Yeah. At the show the other night, I actually had a ton of people come up and say they loved my guitars, and they only one person said specifically my Rickenbacker.
Everyone loves the Rickenbacker.
And they were like, it's so small, and like it's like, yeah, it's me as a guitar.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Whereas the Firebird is actually fucking big
Oh,
and
it's
heavy.
really heavy. Yeah.
Really heavy. But everyone was like, I love your guitar. And I was like, thanks.
Yeah.
It was, I guess there were kind of gearheads there, but
For sure.
I haven't really had people say that in a while.
Yeah.
I felt,
Well, I mean, the first thing that you and I do when we go to a show is judge the gear.
any show.
You have to. You can't help yourself if you're
No.
familiar. And I think people do that if you're familiar with anything. If you're like a contractor and you go to a work site,
Yeah.
you're like,
Judge the tools.
What tools are they using? Are they Milwaukee? Are they DeWalt?
Yeah,
What are they
yeah,
doing? You
yeah.
know, and you're like, it's just
Where's
like,
your allegiance?
it's just like
Who
Fender
are
or
you?
Gibson or whatever.
Uh-huh,
It's the exact
uh-huh.
same shit, you know, and every sector has that thing. And you're always like, and the only reason you're conscious of it is because you're familiar with that
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I like them all.
That's the thing. Well, I was gonna say, like, I don't need to judge because I have nothing really to judge about. But
Yeah.
I look
Well, it's
and
like,
I see what people are using and
like-
I'm interested. But
well, and I think they all have different applications. You know, it's like we have a really nice a Fender Telecaster.
Yeah.
That you have, but I'm like, man, if we're gonna write this Americana record, we got to get like a Strat.
yeah,
We have to have
Exactly.
like the most classic like Stratocaster sound. You know, like a Tele's good if a little more country, but I'm like,
Uh-huh.
we gotta get a Strat. So I'm like, shit,
yeah.
gotta buy a Strat too.
I'm more so judged by the color of things. Like there are just some colors where I'm like,
Why?
absolutely not.
Well, that's what.
A couple of shapes too. It also, I mean, I judge the whole package.
Depends on the type of music.
Depends
obviously.
on the type of music. Depends on who's playing it and how they're playing it.
If the guitar is too pointy and you're not playing metal, right?
If someone's playing a motherfucking flying V, and they're just like, kind of plucking around.
Oh,
on it,
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
absolutely wrong, and
No.
I have to walk away.
Like, if you're watching The Darkness
Yeah.
and they're playing a flying
Well,
V,
exactly.
you're like, well, that's
Because the flying V can look so cheesy or so cool.
Yeah.
Depending on
You
who's
just have
playing
to
it
be-
and what type of music.
you probably should be
And,
shirtless.
uh-huh,
And, yeah.
Absolutely.
A flying V is, yeah.
Well, it
classic
was
rock.
really fun. The last band that played on Saturday night was from Cleveland, Axioma.
You're talking about the most powerful forearms.
Oh my God, they were playing just the most, classic heavy metal.
It was, I mean,
like,
it's almost speed metal. And
Yeah.
and they were doing like, what's the term? Not four on the floor, but it was just like blast beats.
blast.
He was doing where it's like where the drummers like the drum
Yeah.
was just like as fast as
Yeah.
possible. I can't even trill
All
as
four
fast.
of them, truly, and we looked at each other multiple times and we're like, my forearm fucking hurts
Yeah.
watching them.
It was
Because it's just so fast.
Yeah, just like a
But they were
constant-
so locked in.
Yeah,
that, like,
because you show that you're locked in with clean stops.
exactly. The clean stops,
Yeah.
the clean coming back in.
Yep.
And it was screamo. It was like or not even screamo, but whatever that style of
Yeah,
singing is, which typically I'm like, not into it.
Impressive to see in person.
But very impressive
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
I was actually like super locked in
Yeah,
on their
I'm
set.
not going to leisurely listen to it.
Right.
But when I see, this is the same thing with like good hip hop or country. I'm like, if someone's executing at a high level,
I'm there.
I'm absolutely in. Yes.
I'm there. Yeah. Same with sporting events.
Absolutely.
Same with any event. Like I know we've talked about this a ton, but executed at the highest level
mastery
and with
of
care,
anything.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I get inspired from it too. It hypes me up.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to do that thing,
Yeah.
but it's always fun to see people pushing boundaries on physical ability and
Yeah.
what they can do. And
Yeah.
Axioma was the
Axioma,
band.
yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Axioma.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Band names.
Well, they can be anything.
Yeah.
I liked someone who posted a thing like a Limp Bizkit meme, and I always bring up the name Limp Bizkit.
Bizkit, yeah. It's pretty funny, I guess, in my world, band names and horses' names, especially their show names,
Are insane.
They're just all like, what are
Nonsense.
we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah. But when doing it at the highest level, it doesn't matter what the fucking name is.
Right.
Some of the the top show jumpers have either it's just like a really dumb name or it's just like Buttercup ZY4Q
Yeah.
because it's like the name of the farm and the
Right.
name of the parents and all this stuff. It's like,
I was trying to think of like any like really funny Triple Crown winners' names.
I will say Triple Crown winners always have really cool names.
Yeah.
Or they just sound intentional.
They sound intentional, but I'm the thing.
It's like, honestly, if you want to breed a Triple Crown winner, just name it something fucking cool.
Yeah. Why can I not think of
Secretariat?
not Secretariat,
American Pharaoh?
not American Pharaoh,
I don't know then. There's the
the
two
Tobey
that
Maguire movie?
Oh, Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit. That's a funny name.
It is.
I was like, I know the name is something silly.
Did he didn't win the Triple Crown though.
I thought he
Did
did.
Well, no, I
he
can't
won the Derby
remember.
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like his whole thing was that maybe he did. I honestly haven't read or seen that movie in a while, but
Yeah.
I can't remember if he actually won the Triple Crown or if he just
Jeff Bridges
was
right, Tobey
basically
Maguire.
the most underdog of underdogs and
Yeah.
was able to come out with the win
Yeah.
at like the Derby or
Seabiscuit.
something.
Thank you.
Seabiscuit.
Well, I reference Seabiscuit all the time.
when I'm weaving.
Not
Oh, I thought when I'm weaving and walking, it's like, well, I'm
You're
Seabiscuiting.
Seabiscuit. No, they had to remember he has to look in the eye of his opponent
Yeah.
to then like go faster. And
You gotta hold him back so you can see him.
Yeah.
And then you let him go.
Yeah, I'm like I'm like you need the competition
Yeah.
to succeed.
Yeah.
Like how could you ever? What was the example? There was something the other day where I was like, well, of course, you always. Oh, I know exactly what it was. It was something about like the younger sibling being better. All right.
Okay.
So, we're reading the Susie Wolf book.
Yes.
And at a very young age, her brother's like barely a year older.
Yeah, they're super close
They're
in
like
age.
15 months apart
Yeah.
or something. And it's sort of like he is the one who starts out like karting and stuff, or
Mm-hmm.
well, the whole family. But Susie obviously has this like crazy ambition, and she keeps trying to be faster than him, right? And there's this thing that happens with a lot of like high-level athletes, where they're often the youngest sibling.
That makes sense.
And it's not only like you're learning from the older siblings,
You're competing against
it's like
them.
you have to try harder.
Built-in competition from day one.
Because you're pushing to
Yeah.
meet at a level that's beyond you.
Yeah.
You know, so then when you're playing like kids your own age,
Yeah.
you're already better.
You're already
right?
better.
Or you've taken more knocks, more hits, or whatever it is, because you're trying to keep up with the older brothers.
Yeah.
So it's often the little brother who is the quarterback. It's often the little brother
Yeah.
who is like the UFC fighter, who like whoever is the top of whatever their field. They happen
They're
to be
usually
the little
youngest.
sibling. Yeah,
That's kind of an outliers-y thing.
for sure.
A little bit.
Oh, definitely. I bet Malcolm Gladwell's is typing that up right now
right,
somewhere.
right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Trying to think of like Leslie necessarily.
Well, she definitely has determination. So
Yeah.
your little sister,
Yeah.
for sure. And I think like she had a willingness to push through. And I mean, at the time, she was a great drummer.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah, she was really good.
in comparison to anybody else her age and
Yeah.
men included as
Yeah.
well. She was shredding way harder,
Yeah.
playing harder. She still plays harder than most dudes.
Yeah.
Nothing takes me out of a show
Then a wimpy drummer.
than a wimpy
It's
fucking
the
drummer.
worst.
Like you can be a wimpy bassist.
Yeah.
You know, you can be a wimpy keyboard player.
But it's the drums.
But if the drums,
fucking hit them.
if you're not hitting the goddamn drum,
Even if you're like in time and you're
Well-
like, there's time and place for soft.
for nuance, for dynamics, of course. But even if I'm at Ginger Rabbit and there's a jazz trio,
Yeah.
I want the drums to like, you know, he's going along and I need a
Yeah. Crack, crack, crack.
You need
Yeah.
like a moment where it like picks up and moves and it has to like bring people in and out and they have to like follow through with their hits and they,
Yeah.
like that's the thing that kills me too is like when people like touch and lift. You know you need to push through. Like you should be pushing through your hits, or else I don't believe that you even want to hit it.
Yeah. I've noticed recently in both music and horses that I've got to find a way to loosen up a little bit. I get really stiff. If I'm working on something that I don't know how to do very well, or it's more so a focus thing.
Yeah.
When I focus, I stiffen up. And
Maybe you should play speed metals because that seems like you got to be really stiff.
I
to do
know,
it.
yeah. But I was in a lesson last week, and we were working on something technical, and I could feel myself like kind of raising my shoulders and like tightening up, and my trainer was even sort of like, fucking relax,
Chill. Yeah.
chill. Like I'm fine. Like I'm not nervous. It's not like a nerves thing. It's concentration.
Right.
And so I think sometimes, when we're playing a show or even just playing music too, if I'm like focusing on making sure that I do this part right because we're performing, that's when I tense up. And I don't know the best way to get around that. I guess
Well,
just
it's-
getting more comfortable and
The only way to get around it is
exercising
repetition.
and repetition. And
Because what happens, right now in our current set, the second song is Ohio Honey. And for me, that's like
one of the harder songs.
it's not even hard, it's just busy.
Right.
Like
yeah.
it's not difficult.
Probably the most physically demanding.
But I always like very similar. I go too hard.
Yeah.
Like I'm too tense.
Right.
And by the time we get to the second chorus, I'm fatigued.
Right.
My hands are so tired.
Right.
And I'm like, loosen up.
Yeah.
Like don't grip so hard. And it's because I'm gripping so hard.
Exactly.
And I can feel my hand completely around the neck and I've like gripped all the way over and I'm like, what are you doing? Like calm down, buddy.
Yeah, it's a balance between the mind and the body.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with the horses. It's like I'll be, focusing on some leg stuff, and then I realize that I'm like gripping the reins
Yeah.
and like holding my whole body on by the reins because I'm focusing on some leg stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you need to like, everything needs to obviously work together, but also separate. And like, it's,
I think when you're doing yoga, and Adrian, we do yoga with Adrian on YouTube. I guess we do watch YouTube sometimes.
yeah.
But we watch one thing and never ads.
Yeah.
But all I was going to say is she's always like, and relax the face.
yeah.
And then you
realize you've been clenching.
You're like, oh my God. So yeah, maybe you just need to hear like a voice in your head.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think for the first time, I'm really acknowledging that it's this
Well, that's
focus
Probably
moment.
step one.
So I think so, exactly. saying all this to say that's my next challenge for myself is
Yeah.
chilling
I mean,
out.
I'm really good at negative self-talk, and that's how I do it.
Yeah.
But so like I'll be actively playing our set, and I can feel my hands like getting tired, and I'm like, "Fucking stop, you fucking loser!"
Yeah.
Like you're fucking everything.
Whereas
up
I'm
right
like,
now.
you're fine. You're good.
Oh no,
You've got
I'm
this.
like, you're totally wrecking this. You're terrible. Everyone hates you.
I did think that during the set the other day. I was like, I can't remember what I think I could feel myself getting a little aggressive, and I was like, it's okay.
Yeah, calm down.
It sounds good. Pretend like you're at the practice space.
Yeah.
Nobody, and like the crowd doesn't bother me. I'm never nervous in front of the crowd.
Well, all I do is, if the crowd is not doing anything,
Yes, actually, that is if the crowd is just standing there staring, then I get really in my head.
well, that's when I go.
Ham.
Oh, well, that's when
That's when
I'm
you're
like,
just going in the crowd,
that's when
like
I'm just like
forcing them
I
to
become
engage.
a velociraptor.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, ah!
Yeah. Anyway, trying to chill out a bit,
Yes.
just a tiny bit.
Like most things, if you're too rigid, that's when you cause harm.
Yeah.
You actually need to be limber and loose and relaxed
Yeah.
and flexible at anything.
Yeah.
And they will say that in sport, in thinking,
Yeah.
and doing advanced mathematics. Doesn't matter what you're doing.
Be a little elastic.
Be a little elastic. Yeah,
I'm gonna try.
I believe in you.
Yeah. I think that's.
Is that our moral for?
Be
this pod?
elastic?
Be elastic.
Yeah. Be elastic.
Be elastic.
Boogie,
Boogie,
woogie,
woogie,
woogie.
woogie.
Oh,
All right,
God,
all right.
disgusting. What are we making for dinner?
Tonight we're doing stir fry.
Good Monday night meal.
That's a solid Monday night meal.
It's similar to the SOG. It's like our Monday night spaghetti,
Yeah.
Monday night stir fry.
Yeah. So cauliflower rice instead of real rice.
Which anymore I'm like, it's just better.
I'll do it like fried rice, but the key is, if you want good cauliflower rice, is I'll boil the cauliflower, drain it, but then I'll fry it. Because
Yeah.
you want to get the moisture out of it.
Yeah.
And then that makes it way more rice-like.
Yeah.
And then tonight my plan was to do a little onion in it and an egg, so
Yum.
it has that fried rice feel, a little soy sauce. And then I always do stir fry with just soy, ginger, honey.
Yeah.
That's sort of my 3 horses of the soy apocalypse.
Soy apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stir apocalypse.
Stir apocalypse, that's what I wanted.
Yeah. It'll be tasty.
I
I'm
think
excited.
it'll be tasty.
I'm very excited. Well, I hope you stay elastic while you do it.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Fuck out of here. God damn it.